$20,000 payment boosts. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from Yahoo Finance discussing, well, the $20,000 boosts to ailing Victorians. More government support and handouts. Will, Dictator Dan manage to buy his way in to the next election? We'll have to see. I'm kind of worried and think a lot of people may vote him in. There's a lot of people who are supporting his strict authoritarian interventions into the economy. But there's people cheering it, guys. There is. Small and medium-sized businesses in Victoria with a payroll of up to $10 million will be eligible for grants of up to $20,000 under the state government's latest stimulus package. Payroll tax. Payroll tax does not make any sense to me. I need to do a video just focusing on payroll tax. Literally, you're punishing the successful. You're punishing the people and businesses that are creating jobs, which is the entire aim, what we need to do. And they're just deferring these payroll taxes often. You still have to pay them back later. They're giving you a holiday on the burden they put on your back. We'll take those 2 big rocks off your backpack, but then when you walk those 100 meters, we'll put 4 of them on you. That's the government. That's how the government thinks here, guys. To be eligible for the grants, which are part of Victoria's wider $3 billion investment and is the state's 3rd round of support, applicants must operate a business in Victoria, participate in JobKeeper, employ people, be registered for GST, and hold an ABN. If annual payroll is less than $650,000, businesses will receive $10,000. The grant increases to $15,000 if payroll is between $6,500 and $3 million, and caps out at $20,000 if annual payments is between $3 and $10 million. What's the point? What's the point of giving someone $20,000 if you're earning $10 million bucks? Or if your payroll is $10 million? What would your revenue be there? You wouldn't even notice $20,000. It's just propaganda. This just has to be propaganda, doesn't it? Applications for the grants are not yet open, but businesses can subscribe to Business Victoria Update to be notified when they are. Licensed hospitality businesses like pubs, clubs, hotels, bars, and restaurants will also be eligible for grants of up to $30,000 based on the venue capacity and location. Business chambers and trader groups will also be eligible for a slice of the $3 million via a grants program to support metropolitan and regional businesses. Alpine businesses will also be able to apply for grants of up to $20,000 to help pay a service charge to Alpine Resorts Management Board. Here you go. Look at this. This is just, again, it's the government taking from one hand and giving with the other. Breaking your legs, handing you a crutch and saying you couldn't walk without the government. It's just... Do people not see? The people would have to see this. Would the average punter not appreciate it? I'm just trying to think about that. I've got smart friends, and they all just flip-flop, vote for whoever gives them the most stuff. People are just looking out for number one. But the problem is, in the longer term, it just gets dangerous. You had more and more socialistic, more and more left. This package also includes a $20 million voucher program to assist sole traders and small businesses in building their digital capacity. $15.7 million towards helping Victorian exporters get their products to market, and an $8.5 million expansion to the Click for Vic campaign. We looked at that yesterday. It seems ludicrous. Industry spokespeople have welcomed the government's grant, saying the financial boost couldn't come soon enough. I'm somewhat relieved to finally see the Andrews government announcing critical cash support to Victorian businesses today. Chrissy Mouse, General Manager of the Chapel Street Precinct, said, what would be good? If the government maybe opened the economy and allowed people to actually do business. That'd be a good idea. That would be a good idea. But where's mention of that? Where's the criticism of government's intervention into the economy and the effect that's happening? Why isn't that mentioned in any article that we're looking at? Because I guess you can't. That's what is it? Oh, I'm trying to think the 1984 term for bad thought. Double bad, negative. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. I really need to read it again. We should make it a book club thing. No, wait. We don't even need to read it. We're living it. At least the poor Victorians are living it. They need help and hope. It is now also important that we as a community do everything we can to support our local businesses, so each and every one of us can together help get every single business on the other side of this. But no, this isn't going to happen. Okay, don't be so naive to think that every business is going to survive. You've destroyed the economy. We've got a GDP fall that's unprecedented. You've got unemployment at over 7%, 7.5%. Underemployment and unemployment is over 20%, particularly if you look at the Roy Morgan data. You've got international tourism is just non-existent, and that's a huge part of our economy. You've got international students, which prop up the property industry in Victoria, and particularly non-existent. Businesses aren't all going to survive. Government handing out 20 grand to a business with $10 million payroll isn't going to help that business survive. This is a recession. The government has decided that some businesses, some people's livelihoods, some people's lives are worth sacrificing for the greater good. That's what they've said. We'll destroy this entire part of the economy. We won't even think about it because we're worried about this other thing. That's the tough decisions they've made, and we'll have to look in the future. We'll have to remember this at the election, at the polls. You'll have to decide if you agree with their approach. I really hope there's a royal commission into it. I hope we look at the examples of Sweden. We look at other nations that have approached this differently. So the light at the end of the tunnel is growing bigger by the day. Oh, come on. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. The extension of restrictions to September 28th was dubbed a highway to hell rather than a roadmap to recovery, with the Institute of Public Affairs estimating a further 260,000 jobs will be lost as a result. Well, we haven't actually seen because of the government interventions in the economy, the free market hasn't been allowed to actually adjust. There needs to be some creative destruction, guys. Sorry to say. It's going to happen. It's going to be tough. It's going to be sad. It's going to be heartbreaking for a lot of people. This is what happens. This is all because we're in a completely managed and intervened economy. I mean, just look at our cash rate, guys. That's not natural. We've got a housing bubble thanks to the Catalan effect going into property. So this is now, it's all come to a head now. We've got people taking on insane amounts of debt just to get basic shelter. And now if, an unexpected disaster happens, like a complete government shutdown of the economy, people don't have the capacity. They don't have any reserves. We've had it too good for too long. Now the curfew in metropolitan Melbourne has been extended from 9 to 5 a.m. Restrictions on public gatherings. Yeah, stage 4 lockdown. It's set to remain in place until September 28th. So what do you think, everyone? What do you think? Do you think these small little handouts, would they inspire you with hope? Would they help Victorians? Have you got your picture of Dan up on the wall yet? As always, thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using any of our affiliate links. You can buy a merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.